Okay.
We're live.
Hi.
How you doing?
Doing well.
Okay, great. Let's go ahead and do this.
Okay. Just getting everything set up right now.
Yeah. We'll see if anyone comes on.
Okay.
In the meantime,
we were just talking about a dinner, about the massive amount of Disney movies that are coming out, and what do we want to see. And I know we turn around and buy all the content because I like to have.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah. I mean, we used to do way back in the day. We used to do called DVD Tuesdays, where we would plan our schedule around each Tuesday night. We'll have dinner, go to Best Buy and buy the latest movies. We would plan, go online and say this Tuesday is going to be this, and we would buy all our movies.
Exactly.
Our collection title is
gosh, 800 or 900 titles in the library now that we have. Oh, look, we've got some people there. Hey, Amanda, thanks for joining the stream. Donna, thanks for joining.
Hi.
And we've got more Sunshine Please with us.
Okay. So yeah, we were talking about our movie selection and that we buy so much, and we used to buy it like this was 10 plus years ago, 15 years ago.
Good evening, Lisa. Thanks for joining the stream.
And we were just talking about what movies we want to go see. And since we're total homebodies, we love the movie experience. We love Hollywood. We love everything that happens to it. We read Variety. But it's going something about being disillusioned of going to the movie theater. I don't know how many of you guys are constantly going to the movies, have a favorite movie house that you go to, where we do have to see it. We do love going to the movies. But there's times where we're like, I don't want to go.
Hey, Duke Family Chronicles, thanks for joining.
So we were just talking about what does other people feel about going to the movies?
Yeah. Before we get on with that, I guess our show tonight is sponsored by Keith the Pepper Tree. Amanda, Keith is doing well. He's been basking in the sunshine right now, and hopefully we'll be kissing some rain this evening here in the Bay Area.
And we were looking at him before we had to run an errand, and we diagnosed him with scoliosis. Yeah. So Keith has scoliosis.
He has an S-shaped trunk.
He curves. So it's sad, but that's what happened this afternoon. He was diagnosed with scoliosis. So.
Yeah, but he seems to be doing okay.
Yeah, he's sturdy as could be. He's growing. I should brought him a piece.
Can you see him? Well, it's kind of hard to show him. I
could go get a piece of him if you want me to actually show.
Go get a branch.
I will go get a branch. Excuse me.
In the meantime, while Doug is doing that, Doug is a graphic designer. He does some t-shirts and things like that. Hopefully we'll be selling some t-shirts soon, but this is one of them that he designed. It's there's a great big beautiful tomorrow. Anyway, that's just one of his shirts. So yeah, what I want to do is also ask it. We've got this title, a Q&A. So we're going to discuss some movies that we're going to go see from Disney this year, because usually we just see Disney films in the theater unless there are other particular films that just pique our interest. Kind of selective with it. We're really big homebodies. Just ask anything, really, what you want to know about PTV and why we started, where we came from, what we do for a living, anything you want to do to get to know us. We really feel very comfortable with our family. We love everyone here. It's just been very supportive and very nice to have everyone here. So yeah, let's just see what's going on. Hey, Disney World Adventures, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Well, thank you, Amanda. I'm glad you like the shirt. Oh, here's Keith.
Here's Keith.
That's a branch of Keith.
So when you look at the logo, the tip of it, or how would you do that?
No, that's pretty good. That was pretty good.
That's what would be the tip of our logo. Or better yet, or like that.
So yeah, Doug drew that when he was designing our logo.
So yeah, this is Keith.
Donna's excited. It's Keith. It's Keith.
He does. He smells like black pepper. It's just the oddest things, and it just grows.
It's sad that we can't eat the peppercorns that Keith grows. They're just not edible. It would be nice, but oh well, we just buy peppercorns probably at like World Market Cost Plus.
Yeah, this is all over the California freeways. It's very indigenous. It's an evergreen, so it's like this 365.
Yeah, all year long.
He sheds, but it doesn't. It's like this all year round. Winter, summer, spring. This is what it always looks like. It doesn't lose its leaves.
Keith isn't hurt. He actually doesn't mind being trimmed.
No,
it's okay.
He needs to be trimmed.
But Donna, do pepper trees have a scent? Yes, they do.
Yeah,
they really do smell like peppercorns. Like if you take a grinder in the kitchen and grind it, it smells like peppercorns.
And there's a milky. He's now pussing.
Christy's Corner, thanks for stopping in to say hi.
And that smells really like black pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's pussy.
Hey, yeah. Disney Junkie Ashley. How you doing?
Oh, I didn't make that so he doesn't.
Magical News Live. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Go ahead and smash that like button when you come in or if you leave. We'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Man, it's great to see everyone here tonight. So does anyone have any questions for us? Anything at all? Like we said before, our interests for our channel, if you look at our logo, if you look at our business card that we post actually as the cards and things like that, I don't actually have one on me, but I can tell you there are 5 icons on the card. They represent Disney. It's a castle. Mm-hmm. We also have a fork, knife, and spoon that represents eating and cooking. We have a book with like a chef's hat. That's for recipes because we like to share a lot of recipes. Hi, RVing with to Disney. We also have I think it's a little bag, a suitcase kind of thing.
Suitcase.
That represents travel because we do like to travel, go places.
Vacations.
Yeah, vacations. And then finally at the bottom is a Christmas tree. It's not Keith, but it is a Christmas tree. Hey, Turn the Galaxy, how you doing? Thanks for joining.
Our Christmas has taken a life of its own. It really, you'll find out we're going to get a lot of followers, and it's Christmas on extreme. And it's just insane how much we do. We have to start in September.
Yeah, we actually do start decorating the villa in September. Late September we start because it does take a while to do 25 trees. Probably 26 or 27 this year.
They're all themed. They're hyper themed. They're gorgeous.
I'm seeing a question here, and that's from More Sunshine, Please. Thank you. Hey, are you guys native to California? Doug, why don't you answer first?
I was born and raised in Reno, Nevada. I moved to California when I was just a few months before I turned 18. So 18, and I just turned 45. So more than half my life here in California.
I am born and raised in California. I've spent all but 3 years of my life in the San Francisco Bay Area, born and raised in Oakland. And then the other 3 years, I was in the mid-90s. It's about the time that I'd started with my Disneyland annual passport. And so my brother got a job, Ben, got a job in Orange County. Was there for about 4 months. He and I were kind of like sad that we were separated. So I moved in with him. We shared an apartment about 10 minutes south of Disneyland, and I was at Disneyland almost every day. Kind of hard though on those days when the park was only open 10 to 6 in the mid-90s during the week and in off season. So I would hop in there, maybe grab a meal. I remember there were times the parking lot was so convenient for preferred parking with annual passes. You'd park right in front, 20 feet from the entrance of the park. Mm-hmm. I'd go in, mail my bills on Main Street, and then leave. I wouldn't even go on any attraction. I would just go in and say things.
When California Venture opened up, everybody was geeking out because you used to have preferred parking was just a strip right in front of the ticket booth.
Yeah, sometimes when
we would stand there and go, "This used to be my parking space," or like in a queue of attraction because California Ventures and the parking strip.
Cargo, thanks for joining the stream. Thank you.
So, yeah, so technically we're both native Californians.
Yeah.
Northern California.
But yeah, born and raised in California.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
In the meantime, go ahead. What movies are we going to watch?
No, we were just kind of lamenting about we like to own
Pirate Prince
content
Red.
and we like going to the movie theater, but we're starting to get very disenchanted with going to the movies. But we want to be there because we want to go to see it right when it comes out. So Friends and pop culture and social media, we don't feel like we're left out in the whole spoiler alert thing. But we love our house so much and we have so much content that there's times I just want to nest at home and enjoy evening on our big screen TV that we have here. But there is some movies that you just have to see it because of the whole, you don't want to be left out, the FOMO, fear of missing out. But the movie theater experience, we're kind of, as I don't know if we were just getting older. I'd rather have the comfort of my own home. Well, can we buy, the crazy thing is we go to the movie in 90 days when Disney releases all the movies. We buy them.
Yeah, we buy
either the 4K or the Blu-ray.
You get the Blu-ray, you get the digital download, all on iTunes. And
then that way we go home, or when we watch the movie again, we watch all the extras, the deleted scenes, the making, the songs, and we spend another hour and a half after the movie to really get into the type of the movie because we're really that geeky of the movie. So, but there is some that we're definitely going to see at the theater. There's just no doubt about it. Who's going? Does everybody love going to the movie theaters like they used to, or constantly at the movie theaters?
The legend, the myth, Arjons has just joined the stream. Thank you, Arjons. Thank you so much. So we're going to go see...
For sure.
We're going to go see Aladdin.
Lion King is my favorite of all times. You've got to see a Lion King, and that's his birthday. Not the... spell it out there in the internet land.
Yeah.
And Toy Story 4, because everybody's going to see it. Everybody's going to talk about it. I just figured, we have to go on opening weekend.
See, Disney Junkie's going to do that too.
Yeah. Those are the big ones.
But she would much rather watch movies at home too.
Like Dumbo, I want to see it, but I really don't because we're going to turn around and buy it. So why not use that money and buy the 4K version of it and we'll have the digital stream and enjoy it in my own house. I don't want to leave.
RV to Disney says, I don't like the movie theaters, but love the popcorn.
Yeah. The popcorns. I like kettle corn.
Kettle corn would be even better.
I want kettle.
Love kettle corn.
I want kettle corn. So that is what is that?
Oh, Ben was just asking a question.
Oh, okay. His brother texts.
Yeah, my brother's showing some kind of Disney thing on text to me. So he's talking about weighs 13 pounds, whatever that. I'll find out from him later what's going on.
So I just wanted, I know Endgame, and we'll have to confess, we have all the Marvel Cinematic Universe right by our TV. And no, we haven't seen it, but the only ones we have ever seen up to there's 22 movies, 21 movies. We've only seen up to Iron Man. There's about 18, 19 we still have.
I've seen a couple more than Doug, but yeah, he's kind of been stuck on Iron Man. We still need to catch Hulk. Then all three Captain Americas and things. We saw the Avengers.
We saw Avengers, the first one.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
Yeah, we did see that because we knew we were going to go to California Adventure, and we're like, okay, we're going to have a clue of what's going on.
More Sunshine, Please says, we have 2 new theaters around here, and they have wider aisles and reclining seats.
Yes.
It's a better experience. Yeah, I actually work in Contra Costa County for Contra Costa County, as a matter of fact. And in the same parking lot as my building, there's a movie theater. And that movie theater has been going through a remodel over the last 2-3 years. They've got these gorgeous reclining seats. Everything's electric, buttons. They have ways of calling in people, so they deliver food to you. They serve alcohol now and there for adults and things like that. It's actually a very nice experience. The unfortunate thing is we saw Christopher Robin last summer, and when we were there, people were treating it like it was their living room. They were talking with each other. They were on their phones. You see the glow of a screen. It just really takes you out of that moment in the movie.
And I don't want no noise.
Zippity doo-dah dad.
Yeah.
Zippity doo dad, thank you so much for joining the stream.
Yeah. I don't want chitter chatter. Mommy, what's wrong? Mommy, why is he crying? Mommy, that's sad. You hear this, and I know children want to get into it, and they're used to that, but they treat the theater experience as their home.
Yeah.
And that's it's just a disenchanted. I love going to the movies, and I love the concept and the romanticizing of going to the movie theater. but we're getting more and more of like, I'm getting tired of the people who go, and I'm getting tired of the talking, the phones, and we're treating the movie theater as like a family room. So I figured, you know what, I could stop it if I need to use the restroom, or we can enjoy it. So, but yes, we do go to the movie theaters, but not as much as we do. And we just want to know other people. We were just talking about that at dinner tonight. It was like, how many else feels of that, or people addicted to go to movies as they used to? And so I was like, that could be a live thing of who goes to the movie theaters as much as they do.
Got to grab my phone. I'm having a problem with our iPad. Internet connectivity for wireless is having a problem. I'll be right back.
Okay. So he's got to do that. So our little sad little chair is going to get done. He's had that for all of his life. So, yeah, technology's at its best. Don't have much choice in technology. We only have well, if you have AT&T and it doesn't really work that well, they don't have really broadband, but we have Comcast, which is Xfinity, and it's huge. We have a major bandwidth, so we're just waiting. But I want all your questions. This is fun and exciting. How you doing over there, Arnie? You can always use my phone.
I'm doing that right now.
We're going to be double-fisted here. Okay. Oops.
So sorry, just bumped the desk.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Got a microphone finally hooked up.
And there we go.
Okay.
Okay, everyone. So sorry about that. I'm back. And yeah, we're still having trouble with the internet there on the wireless. So we will go ahead and continue with, I'll just continue here with a phone in my hand and we'll see how it goes.
Now try it again. Okay. Tacky. Okay, so what do we...
Oh, so let's see. Disney Junkie. Ashley, you've never been to a drive-in. Oh. That is quite an experience.
Yeah. They still have one not too far over in the Negler town. And they do a lot of drive-ins, very old school.
Pirate Princess Red says, OMG, I used to live in Contra Costa County.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing. There are over 1 million people now in the county. I cannot believe how big the Bay Area is getting. Just so crowded all the time. Yeah, traffic is bad. Just to give you an idea, we live in one East County and I work in Central County. And it depends on the time that I leave my house for the commute to the office. It can take 20 minutes without traffic, or if there's an accident, even just one, sometimes it can take as much as an hour to get to my office. So it varies the time that I leave.
During the Great Recession, we can get to his office in no time. Now it's double.
Hey, Rob Fuzz, thanks for joining.
Good conversation. It was really interesting that you worked so much in the celebrities. Who was it? Don Henley? Yeah, we were just watching your thing tonight, and you know that was kind of cool. Being also techie, and you know,
Bon Jovi was
it Bon Jovi?
Bon Jovi.
Your life with Bon Jovi and working on that—that's cool. And
yeah,
we all have a life, and sometimes it's fun to share it. And
I don't know if everyone caught that, but Dole Whip Dad and Rob Fuzz is continuing his media blitz.
So
it was a lot of fun. Hey, Dole Whip Dad, thanks for joining. We didn't schedule anything. We decided to go ahead and just hop on tonight, do a Q&A. We didn't have anything scheduled. I thought,
it was after dinner. We were just talking about what we should do, and you know what movies we should see, and do something spontaneous. And we're also trying out our microphone. We have a Blue Yeti, and we wanted to see if the microphone sounded better on speaking because we used the microphone on the computer.
Yep, Rob Fez is on the road to 2,000.
Oh wow.
I cannot believe it. We're on the road to 500 ourselves. I can't believe it's happened so fast. We're may actually have to start planning our 500 subscriber giveaway.
Yeah.
Because, that'll probably be coming.
I have ideas.
I'll probably start working on that. Maybe we'll put out a video this week about 500 subscribers because I know Steve put it out. Steve's World, he had his plan for 500 and he blew past that way before his giveaway. I mean, he went to 700. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So,
oh, Rob Thanks for making me oh no, thank you.
No, the traffic here. Go ahead.
I was going to say thank you for those of you that accepted our invites from mods. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's nice to know that people have got our backs. It's great to know that. Thank you.
Yeah. Going back to, yes, they were having a statistic out that the Bay Area traffic is equivalent to Los Angeles traffic. It takes amount of time. It's crazy here.
Dole Whip Dad's asking, okay, got a question for you.
Okay.
Do they have that great big beautiful Tomorrow shirt in 3X? Because I am a 3X and I love that shirt. Okay, let me show it again. There you go. Doug designed this.
I designed this. And that is the actual logo from the 1964. It was a pamphlet I found online.
So he modified it.
I drew it, and then I found a cool font. So I have the artwork. I can design it. What we're doing, if we get enough demand, and I start creating some more patterns that are not specifically so Disney doesn't come over. Being a graphic designer and an artist, I know about copywriting and trademark infringement because I deal with my clients for that. We protect their artwork. I know not to go after Disney because Disney will destroy you. They're huge. But that is all free, and that's something that I created for a gift for him for Christmas, because why would you almost can get anything? So if you want that,
Dole Whip Dad says I can't even draw stick figures.
Yeah, you guys want that? We're gonna possibly create here soon some swag so we can sell, because this is super popular. We walked around the store, Disneyland, and everybody came unglued.
Rob, I remember seeing the statue. Is it Flushing's where the statue is there? Is it in Flushing? Because I remember going to JFK back about 10 years ago when we were in New York.
Yeah.
We took a cab from Manhattan over to the airport and I saw the statue there.
So yeah.
But yeah, Doug designed it, and we're thinking about putting together a little t-shirt store online eventually. But we've got to, small steps. It takes time.
I want to be on the verge where that's Disney.
Yeah.
Where the mouse won't come after me, but I've actually created stuff that Disney won't create that I will make for myself, and that was an idea, and I wanted retro, so I'm thinking about selling it. I'm going to create a t-shirt thing. It's super popular.
I wore it once to Disneyland last summer, and the responses we got from people were saying, I love that shirt. I've got to have that. Like, sorry, it's not for sale.
But you have to get it. A lot of retro people and a lot of geeks will know. So,
oh, look at that! Yeah, it is. It's Flushing.
Yeah,
okay.
It's Flushing. We got to see it in real life.
Yeah, and looks like Rob Fuzz is going to be doing a video on it too. So,
okay,
Rob, looking forward to it. That'd be awesome.
That's one of the last biggest things. It's a shell. It's abandoned, but there's really, I guess there's still some stuff left. You can go to the 1964 era. The World's Fair.
It's a big park.
It doesn't have much of what the original was, but just if I could go back in time, that would have been cool to go to.
Cargo, you have a t-shirt idea, but need a graphic designer, so I need someone's help.
Yeah.
Go ahead and direct message me, and we'll get in contact with each other, and we can deal with that. Not a problem.
I could create the artwork that's need to be, or we can figure something out, because a lot of people have great ideas, but they don't know actually how to physically do it. I'm a graphic designer, so I can create.
Chris is going to head out. It's getting late. Chris, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it. It's great having you here. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, Chris. Okay, that's Chris. I'm trying to get everybody's names, so I don't know who you are.
Hey, Explosive Phoenix. Thanks for joining the chat. Let's see.
So just movies. The ones we're definitely gonna, without a shadow of a doubt, we're gonna go is Aladdin, Lion King, and Toy Story.
Toy Story 4, and of course,
and then in December we always do Star Wars.
Star Wars, of course, is going to be there.
But that's it.
The Rise of Skywalker. Cannot miss Episode 9.
We didn't want to go see Dumbo. We just kind of like.
Good night, Art Johns. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, a lot of people are starting to go to bed. They're Florida time. We're California time.
Yeah, our net's just getting started.
Yeah, we just figured let's do this.
So okay.
Who's getting Disney Plus? Like the hour it comes out, the sign up. Who's getting Disney Plus?
Yeah, that's definitely something that I know. I've already said that I want to be a day one subscriber of Disney Plus, and then I will probably start rocking back and forth on the couch, crying to myself, saying, "What am I going to watch first?"
Yeah, so we're gonna see all kinds of stuff. our couch are going to have the butt print. We're never going to get off our couch.
No,
So
probably not.
no,
Probably not. We'll
they
probably
have this. Oh my gosh, there's this.
The only sad
This is
part,
this.
the sad part for me though, is that November 12th, when Disney Plus comes out, is right in the midst of decorating season for us. So it's a double-edged sword. What I'll probably do is start streaming as I'm decorating so that I can hear things in the background while I am decorating. We might even, thinking ahead here.
I'm going to dump Netflix for, we have talked about it. We're like, if we're not going to watch it and there's only so much Netflix original content, why spend the money?
Yeah.
But it's with our cell carrier, so we technically have Netflix for free.
And I certainly hope that what Robert Iger said was that it is supposedly going to be an app on Apple TV.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that that's true, because I don't want to have to buy another device or a smart TV just to get Disney Plus.
But maybe we're going to take a few days off just to go to bed for $8 a month. Yeah,
for $8 a month, was it $7, $8, $9? It's really cheap.
$6.99 or $70. It's $69.99 for a year.
Yeah.
And you can just waste that money, and that you have $70 you could pay for that whole year of content, and it's supposed to have everything that Walt created. So
Doug has a lot of what we call Dougisms. One of them is $4. I'm sure a lot of people also call Starbucks that, just because that's how much a coffee costs there
the
anymore.
smallest drink is $4.
But think about that. Just 2 cups of coffee and you've covered your cost of Disney Plus for the month. Pretty darn good deal.
But we want to know it's always be. But you can get into a lot of subscriptions. Yeah. We've analyzed no more subscriptions because they all add up.
So Rob loves his Apple TV. We live on that thing.
Everything's Apple.
Everything is Apple. We have a whole
Apple.
Yeah, we have the whole Apple
ecosystem
in here at the villa. It's Mac laptops. We have iPhone, iPad, Apple TV.
Yeah,
everything you can think of.
I go back to Mac since 1994.
Watches, we'll be getting watches soon, I'm sure, but we just
Series 4
haven't decided on that yet, so we'll do that.
Yeah. Dougisms.
Yeah, Apple TV Plus is coming too. We might consider that, but I want to see what the cost is.
Yeah.
And then determine what content they have available to see if that's going to be worth our money.
Mm-hmm. Again, because we also have Amazon Prime, but that's a different type of subscription.
Rob, you've got the watches. Yeah, Ben has a watch too.
Yeah.
He got it with the LTE feature on it so that he can make phone calls without having his phone there. He loves that. But he spends a lot of his time closing his rings on the watch. He makes sure that he does that.
I got the watches. I got it. Love it. I got it. Yeah. All priorities. So that was movies. Anything else that anybody wants to know?
Yeah. Any other questions? Something I'll bring up.
Okay. Keith is in the house.
We do a lot of cooking too. Our channel, one of the things that we started with our channel was that we were going to do cooking and baking and also present recipes for people. We do enjoy that very much. It's something that we're able to do creatively for each other. We can cook in the kitchen and we can also bake. We love baking.
And I'm obsessed over small kitchen appliances. If there's a small kitchen appliance to be had, I'll buy it.
Yeah,
I want them.
Yeah, that's true.
I like them.
More sunshine, please. Didn't think I'd like the watch as much as I do. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. Oh,
Keith is, yeah.
Okay. Rob Fuzz says, I want to hear about your cool adventures to Disneyland and Pixar.
Oh, Pixar.
The
best Pixar story I could tell you, and this goes back a little while. It was a spur of the moment thing. That afternoon, we're told, hey, can you pick me up from work? We're invited to go to Pixar to see a special screening of Ratatouille. Now, Ratatouille is my favorite. And I said, what do you mean by a special showing of Ratatouille? And they said, just meet me there. We got to be at Pixar at 6:00. And that's fine. So we got there. We got escorted in, went through security. And what we got to see is that Pixar recreated Ratatouille into 3D. They wanted to show it that night in the theater there with all the Imagineers who converted a lot of the parts to 3D. And then that morning, the next morning, it was getting shipped to Paris Disneyland to only run there. So it was never ran.
It was never run in 3D here in the
3D
States. Only time was
just
that
one.
Supposedly, it was just that one screening, and we were fortunate to get invites to that. Now that was exciting
in Pixar, and that was amazing. Being my favorite Pixar film of all time, to see the 3D version, and then it was just a fluke. They were just opening it up to friends and family to show it, and then the next morning it was on the plane to Paris to get shown there.
Yeah.
And it was just awesome to be with the animators there at Pixar.
And I think I mentioned it, but for those of you that have been to the studios and remember Pixar Place before they closed it off and then created, I guess, the Incredibles experience that's back there on that one alley.
Yeah.
The brickwork there is exactly, that's how Pixar Studios looks in Emeryville. I posted some pictures on my Instagram and I think on Twitter last summer. We had a couple friends come visit us and we drove them past Pixar Studios. So we stood outside the gate in Emeryville and kind of like looked longingly inside the gate to see if we could see anything or anyone. Can't really see much of anything from the gate, but you can still see that awesome Pixar sign at the top.
When you walk in, you go into the parking lot and then you go into an open area before you go into the door. There's a giant ball that's probably 12 feet tall and a huge Lexo light. And it's right there. These giant sculptures are in this entry courtyard. Then you walk into the studio. It's very basic, nondescript
also
area.
that typical Pixar ball, the red and the red star,
yellow.
The yellow and blue. Yeah, there's a giant ball out there at the studios. And if you look at some of the corners of the buildings on the outside,
that's what I was going to bring up at the corners of the
you'll
building.
see the seagulls from Finding Nemo. Unfortunately, they don't say mine, mine, mine.
No, they're giant seagulls, and they're at the corner of the building. So you're driving, you look up, you'll see these Pixar seagulls, and they'll just be up on the building, and you just have to point them out. But there's a lot of security, there's a lot of walls, but it's really great to have, to go to Pixar and then we've eaten at the cafe there called Lexo Cafe. And
that's pretty fun.
So,
the reason why we get in there is we have a friend, and just for his anonymity, we won't say his name, but he's an executive producer there at the studio and has been with them since the days of Toy Story. He was there at the very end of production and started working on A Bug's Life. So he's been with Pixar for 25 years.
Pretty much since the beginning. He was there like a year or two actually after Pixar was founded.
And
nice guy.
Yeah, very nice guy. We've gone to church together.
Yeah.
Great guy.
So now he's really big. He's like he will be one of the names. There's probably 2 or 3 names of him on Toy Story 4. He'll be one of them. So it's one of those 3. We don't we try to keep our connections. Oh, I want to know.
Don't look, Dad. No, it's not Bob Iger.
No, it's not. How many have been to the Walt Disney Family Museum in the Presidio in San Francisco?
Yeah. So if you've ever been to the museum, just let us know. Just leave a message in the chat.
I want to know.
But as we'll continue with Pixar for just a bit.
Pixar. So
when you go in the lobby, it's a very open, expansive area. And one time I really remember going in. They had some of the Academy Awards on display there in these glass cases, but on the back wall of the atrium area that they have where the cafe is was a giant tapestry of the movie Brave, because Brave had just come out that summer. It had just come out. And it was at that time that our executive producer friend had lunch with us, and he says, okay, guys, I just got out of a plant.
Late for lunch, but
he was late for lunch. He came in and he said, you guys, I'm sorry. I really can't stay long. We're right in the middle of a meeting right now. We're discussing one of our new projects, and I really can't go into too many details. All I can tell you right now is that if we can get the technology to work right, it's going to be a spectacular film. And this is the detail. It's going to be about the inside of a young girl's mind.
Yes.
Turned out to be Inside Out.
They didn't have a working title. They were going back and forth, and he's like, Yeah, we're trying to hash out the storyline and the storyboard, and we don't have a title, but the basic concept is inside of a little girl's mind. So we got to be there when he was racing down from it to have lunch, and then he had to go back up to finish this.
Kelsey's just joined the stream. Kelsey, she says, I'm from Porta Subs. Kelsey, thank you so much.
Porta Subs.
For those of you that are not in the know, Porta Subs is a local sandwich shop on the West Coast. It's one of those places that if you have a ball in your hand and you throw it in Reno, it'll hit the side of a Porta Subs no matter which direction you throw it. Yeah. That's how many sandwich shops there are in Reno. And we happen to have a local store close to us that we can go and enjoy a sandwich.
Yeah, I love sandwiches.
Yeah, Doug, actually his first job was Porta Subs. He was a sandwich maker. So
going back in the day. So that's Pixar, but Family Museum. See, we being in California, even though we're in Northern California, we have a lot of Disney-esque things.
Let me just say one more thing. For those of you that are in the stream and are participating in the chat, please make sure that you go and check out other people that are in the streams. Go to their channels, like and subscribe to their channels as well. Everyone here is really making some excellent content. A lot of it related to Disney. So we consider them.
They're really funny people.
Yeah.
Everybody's so friendly.
Very friendly and funny. So those of you that are new to the stream, please make sure that you, first of all, like the video tonight that you're watching, and then go and subscribe and like other channels there of people that are in our stream, because we really do love to support each other, and that's how we're gonna all make things work.
We're gonna make this a success.
Okay.
We have too much to share to keep to ourselves, even though I feel like sometimes I want to keep private, but there's things that we can share.
As Rob says, it is a big family.
It is a big family, and why keep it to ourselves? Why not have fun? And I feel like sometimes we're the only ones being such big, huge Disney fans that we're just. Nobody else is like us, and nobody wants to be our friend.
Pirate Princess says, wait, you're in Reno? No, actually, Doug's parents live in Reno.
My parents retired back in Reno.
But
I was born there.
We're in the East Bay in Contra Costa County.
Yeah.
So let's see. We were talking about Pixar.
And then I went on the tangent of just being in Northern California, even though we go to Southern California a lot.
Yeah.
Is we have so much Walt Disney history and Walt Disney stuff and Walt Disney pictures from the Family Museum to there's the Star Wars thing.
Yeah, I forget the name of it, but it's a rancho something. But it's
the one in the Presidio right by the.
Oh no, that's Lucasfilm.
Yeah, Lucasfilm.
Yeah, they've got
office.
Their offices there for Lucasfilm. And
Yoda is out in the front of it.
Yeah, there's a fountain with Yoda on top.
All Star Wars stuff.
Actually,
inside.
I think for those of you that are on my Instagram, go back a few months to August. You'll see some statue of you'll see a Yoda fountain, and you'll see some pictures of us at a little place called Children's Fairyland.
Yeah.
For Children's Fairyland is a little park on the shore of Lake Merritt in the city of Oakland, and that park, while it may seem like no one's ever heard of this place, Walt Disney definitely did. Because before Disneyland opened, he visited Children's Fairyland, which had just opened in 1950, to see what the park was laid out like, what the ideas were, and how they handled guest crowds and things like that. He asked a lot of questions of it. And so he took some inspiration from Children's Fairyland in Oakland. So
and it's based of all the fairy tales, like
Hansel
and Gretel.
Yeah, first thing you do is when you get to Children's Fairyland, you have to walk through the shoe of the old woman who lived in the shoe. And so you walk through there to get into Children's Fairyland.
Because in the early 50s, right after, the late 40s, early 50s, this whole concept of carnivals and little fairs and playgrounds was happening. So he came up and walked through it because he's like, he wanted to see what was out there. And he walked in that area. It's super cheesy now, but you just know that was one of the seeds to build Disneyland, and then everything else from there around the world. But walking through it is very historical, and that's in our backyard. It's in downtown Oakland.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. Yeah, he just shouted out my my Instagram and Twitter. Okay. Yeah, it's all Pepper Tree Villa. We're also on Facebook. So okay, great.
Yeah, you could just Google Oakland Fairyland, and they'll give you a little history and it tells you whatever.
When is your next trip? Okay. We actually are going to be going to Southern California in June. Unfortunately, we're not going to be. It's a family affair, so it's my entire family. I have 2 nephews and a niece. Two of the older kids are married. My youngest nephew is getting married later this year. So all of them, their spouses, everyone's getting together, and we're all going to be celebrating the graduation of both of my nephews from Fuller Seminary in Pasadena. So we're going to have some fun with that. Have a great time. And while we're there, we're going to be going down and also going to Knott's Berry Farm. So the family's decided to just get tickets to go to Knott's.
We're foregoing a Disneyland thing because it will be Father's Day weekend, and Star Wars Land just opened up like 2 weeks.
Yeah, so
it will be a mess.
It will be
absolute mess.
Just between 2 and 3 weeks that Star Wars Galaxy's Edge had opened at Disneyland. So we decided, let's not go to Disneyland as a family. We'll wait on going to Disneyland a little later. So as much as my heart pulls to that park. I mean, I feel like a piece of me is missing when I'm not there. It's home.
But we're gonna have so many people with us. It's not like we can just blow off everybody. So we have to like make sure, and we're gonna try to still get to downtown Disney and hang out and do a little bit. But it's, to get inside the park is.
Dole Whip Dad loves Knott's. Yeah, we do too.
Yeah,
for me especially. For me, I've been going since the late '60s. When they enclosed the park and they created the log ride, the Calico Mine ride, and then they opened Fiesta Village, and then eventually opening the rest of the park. It's great. Yeah. Oh, look, Cargo's going to Disney in 105 days. Awesome. Way to go. That's fantastic.
We're just going a blast right past. We have a digital camcorder that was with tapes, DV tapes, and I've been digitizing them all. And we saw stuff from our cruise in 2005 when they brought, for the 50th anniversary of Disneyland, they brought the Disney Magic over and did the Mexican Riviera. And I didn't realize how much we recorded because I'm going through about 30 some odd of these tapes. And then old Disneyland, Holiday Magic and the Stars, and
seeing also some other Knott's Berry Farm fans in the stream. That's great.
We'll have a Knott's Berry Farm time.
We will be vlogging Knott's Berry Farm for sure. We'll definitely be doing that. We want to make sure that people understand that Knott's was a wonderful compliment to Disneyland at the very beginning. It's great. And Dole Whip Dad went there in the late 70s. Yeah,
it's changed.
He started going in the late 70s. Yeah, I love that place. It's just so much fun. And Mrs. Knott's Chicken Dinner Restaurant. If you go to Knott's Berry Farm, if you're ever in Southern California for Disneyland, make sure you take at least a detour to have lunch or dinner at Mrs. Knott's Chicken Dinner Restaurant.
And you don't have to believe that Knott's is so much part of like Disneyland history. A lot of people don't know that. There's attractions at Knott's Berry Farm that some of the Imagineers that worked at Disneyland worked on a few and consulted with.
Yeah.
So Knott's and Disneyland they kind of go together. They're totally two different ones, but in a lot of different ways. And Walt Disney was personal friends with Walter Knott.
Yeah.
Very personal.
Interesting. Both of them named Walt.
They're both.
Now, Walter Knott was told by everyone around him, all of his friends, his family, saying, you know what? You're going to have to close down the farm once Disneyland opens. So on July 17th, 1955, Walter Knott was a guest of Walt at Disneyland on opening day. And then that day, Walter and his wife Cordelia left Disneyland, went to the farm, and they had record crowds at Knott's Berry Farm that night, everyone waiting to get into the restaurant to have dinner.
It's called the Disney Halo effect. And Walter thought, everybody told me it was doom and gloom.
Sherry, awesome Sunsets Travel. Hi, thanks for joining.
And it was doom and gloom. And I think Knott's needs Disney in a lot of ways. Disney's its own thing, its own organism. But yeah, the halo effect, and he saw it from day one after Disneyland opened, and they haven't heard.
More sunshine, please. I need to exit. Fun show, guys. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, it was great.
It's Sunday night. I think everybody needs to start getting ready for the following, the week night.
Yeah, it's just that time. It's just that time of the week.
Yeah. So
anyway, so Knott's is fantastic. We really like it. So we're going to be doing that. We'll be doing. Being that we're so close to Disneyland, we will at least go into downtown Disney. We got to go to downtown Disney.
Free. It's free.
We'll just go in there and hang out, get that Disney vibe. We'll most likely be vlogging that. My guess is that we'll probably end up eating at one of the restaurants there, maybe even the Earl of Sandwich.
They closed. They brought back because they were going to put the hotel.
Long story with
Disney
that.
House, Disneyland is it's so compact, but there's so many things to do there.
Oh, Jack, I didn't see that Jack joined the stream. Jack, thank you for joining the stream. Didn't see you.
I know who Jack is.
Yeah, just one of our friends.
Hi. So, what else does people want to know?
Let's see.
Northern California and major Disney heads like, wow.
Oh, there's a Disney live for me. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Didn't realize you were live, but wanted to drop in to say hi. Yeah, we didn't know we were going to be live tonight either. We were having dinner and then we started driving home. Realized, you know what? Are we doing anything? Let's just go. Let's just talk.
What does people go to the actual movies to go to a movie because they want the movie and sit with other people experience? Or do people go to the movies because they don't want to be fear of left out because they know that everybody's going to talk about it? Because I feel like we like the idea of the movie theater concept, but we actually don't. We rather just buy it because we buy the content anyway. We buy the 4K or whatever it came out, so we have the stream.
Yeah.
And then we love staying at home and watching it and all the extras because we're extra geeks.
I'm looking here. It says Jack says that he and Greg are going to be at the D23 Expo.
Right.
I'm not sure if we're going to be able to swing it, but Doug and I are going to try and get down in August to be at D23. We won't be at any of the seminars, but I'm going to see if maybe we can get into at least the expo and maybe have a vlogging experience. Who knows? Even by that time, maybe we'll have 1,000 subscribers and we can even go live while we're at the expo.
Yeah,
so
I already am starting to get.
We can all have goals.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe that we got this far already.
We're
growing. Everyone's growing. It's great to see everyone growing so fast. Wonderful. I mean, come on. The Nerd Herders just hit 250. We saw Steve hit 5 and then blow past that. And then Rob on the road to 2,000. Absolutely amazing. Rob, you know what? We'll have to have you on sometime too. We owe
him a debt of gratitude.
Yeah, I definitely want to have you on the stream and chat with you sometime.
Get to California. Sounds like you travel too.
Jack's channel is growing too. Isn't it? It's so nice. Everyone here is just so supportive. It's great. We all help each other. It's wonderful.
Once in the blue moon to see it on the. I guess that's what I'm saying. If there's that absolute dead-on movie, it's like, oh yeah, I have to see it because I want to be the first to see it because I don't want to hear people talk about it. But
yeah,
it's very rare do we like drag ourselves and like let's go to it. It has to be really big, like Toy Story 4, Lion King, because that's our thing.
Cargo, you're making me blush.
Yeah, what's happening?
She just said, "Oh, Arnie, you're so nice."
So
I've had that reputation since I said.
He's Pollyanna.
Yeah. People,
glass is always half full.
It goes back to when I was working in San Francisco in the 90s. I worked for a local TV station here, KBHK TV. Now it's part of, I think it's part of the CW now here in San Francisco Bay Area. I worked in the accounting department there, and there were several people there that would look to me and they'd say, "Arnie, you always have a smile on your face. You're always in such a good mood. And you like Disney. Obviously, Pollyanna is a big influence on you." So, yeah.
It's his upbringing.
Kind of true.
Yeah.
Jack says, "I got Toy Story 4 socks. I want to see those on Instagram or Twitter, Jack. Put those up there. I want to see those socks."
I heard the merchandise is going to start filtering out. And they're going to make Forky, I guess, is going to be the merchandise of all merchandise to buy. So they're going to merchandise the death out of that movie. I can only imagine.
It's a 5-pack of socks. Even better. Monday through Friday covered.
Fancy loud socks are the hottest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's stores that are just loud.
Look, Cargo loves Pollyanna. Yeah, you know what? It's been a long time since I've seen it. And I don't know if you've ever seen Pollyanna.
We had it.
We have the DVD.
Wasn't it all about those vault things?
Yeah, part of the treasures that they put out. This was years ago.
Of them. They were like,
yeah. So Pollyanna is one of those films that I have on DVD, but Doug and I have never watched it together. So I think we might pull that out.
We always watch YouTube or something else.
Yeah, we end up watching a lot of YouTube.
Yeah, our TVs.
Of course, it's gotten even more full now that we're part of this community. We're watching these shows all the time now, so it's amazing how much content there is. It's great. And everyone's got such great perspectives on their videos. It's great.
The amount of, there's not the live streaming aspect of it, but there's some people out there we follow. And the quality they did. There's this one, his name is Samuel. He's Expedition
Theme Park. We watched a video of his last night.
Oh,
beautifully
done.
He did it on, again, Knott's Berry Farm. So what I'll do is, for those of you that are on my Twitter feed, I'll share out that link tonight. So that give it a look, and you'll see the evolution of an area of Knott's Berry Farm called the Roaring Twenties. It was the first upside down coaster in the world, the corkscrew. And so everyone has seen this roller coaster, everyone knows it or some variation of it, but the first one ever built was at Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah. Just see this video. I mean, he puts a lot of time, a lot of effort, and there's some we watch and they're just insane. And it's like, I don't even want to hold a candle up to these people and compete with them. We just want to be sharing our experience, sharing our life. There's a lot of little nuances. People are always asking, why are you doing this?
I know Rob Fuzz earlier also asked, he wanted to know about our Disneyland experiences. So,
which one?
Yeah, which Rob, I'm going to go back to that question. Which particular experience would you want to hear? Is there any specific, like a specific year or time of year or an attraction or something that you want to know about? Because I tell you, I'd have to.
Disneyland loves special events. And what I mean by special events, super, super special. They were big in the late 90s and they kind of fell onto the turn of the century. Major fancy special events. So we could talk about those.
Yeah, we could talk about
oh my gosh,
experiences I've had with various cast members that are there. We did share that one experience that we had at Club 33. That was a nice embarrassing situation.
Yeah, the Club 33. We have a lot of Club 33 stories.
Janine Disney DIY sub 44. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. And Cargo, thanks for letting me know about that on Instagram. Hopefully I'll be able to tell who it is. I'm sure I will.
Yeah, Jack, Sandy Claus. I heard the new Rapids is supposed to open up. I think in a couple of weeks, or definitely probably by the 31st.
I think, in a couple of weeks it's supposed to open. They rethemed it and everything. Yeah,
it's supposed to be Knott's does hold up to Disney and Disneyland, but it's different. And that's what you want, because they're two different parks, they're two different things. And you have to like them both because it's just a nice little park.
Sherry, thank you for finding me on Twitter. Really appreciate it. And Travel Awesome, I'll be watching. I'll be reading. In case anyone ever wants to direct message us or anything like that, I try to be as responsive as possible with Instagram and Twitter, and I will get to Facebook usually once in the evening or not. I don't have Facebook readily available on my phone that I look at it all the time for alerts and things, but
it's starting to get out of fashion. I don't know if anybody else is starting to wean off of Facebook.
Instagram and Twitter, I get alerts when someone leaves me a direct message. So feel free to ask me any questions or if you have anything to know about it. And if you have any suggestions for recipes, for instance, like I said, we do a lot of cooking and baking. And we're always looking for ideas for inspiration. And especially if someone out there, I would love to have inspiration of a show. We obviously, if you did that, you definitely get a shout out from us on that video. So
I have a poll for everybody. We did this we just got the book. Excuse me.
What is each of your favorite Disneyland rides? Okay, it depends on the land. For Disneyland, I have to actually focus on, I would say Fantasyland is where my favorite rides are. If I have to give a list, I would say Small World, Alice in Wonderland, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and Peter Pan's Flight. Those are my favorites in Fantasyland. If I go to other parts of the park, Space Mountain, I still mourn the loss of the Country Bear Jamboree in Bear Country. They changed it to Critter Country when they opened Splash Mountain over there. That was in '89. But yeah, I'd say Fantasyland is definitely my favorite area, my favorite attractions. Adventureland, I would say, as much as I love Indiana Jones and everything, my favorite attraction in Adventureland is Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room.
Yeah, the Tiki Room.
Yeah, that was actually even an inspiration with how we decorated with palm trees and other flowers in the backyard. And I have an idea to do something at Christmas time. We put these poinsettias on top of our dining room hutch. And what I really wish is that the poinsettias would rise up out of the plants that they're in right there. So they rise up above and start singing Mele Kalikimaka. But I know we lack the technology to do something like that, although I'm sure it'd be a lot of fun.
Back to mine, if I had to pick my land, and my favorite attraction is the Haunted Mansion and New Orleans Square. That it to me is, but it's the attractions for me is in this order is Haunted Mansion, Mr. Toad, and Fantasyland, and the train, the railroad. So we got back when we in November of 2017, we met the author. They were at the Disney Gallery, and we picked up this book, and she signed it, and it says "Eat Like Walt." And we're going to think of a good ideas of doing some videos based on the history of Walt. And here was signed by the author to Doug and Arnie, the date. And she was a really great author.
Yeah.
And I've heard about this book. It's The Wonderful
Really nice.
World of Disney Food.
And then
And we're just wondering, would anybody interested if we take a little bit of history, kind of talk about it, dig into to the personal aspect of it, and follow it up? Because there's some real, as the author, she got access to all the Walt Disney archives and had access to some of the family members. And the book is absolutely beautiful. She said some of the food was weird, and it was meant for when Walt was around, so it's not like we can have the ingredients to make it.
But something we're considering. While most of our recipes have been for the Instant Pots, we still want to branch out from that and do other baking and cooking. And one of the things we're thinking about doing is a series of videos called "Eat Like Walt."
Eat like Walt.
So I'm hoping that that's something people would be interested in seeing, because
I want to also put up that I got the recipe to the Bengal barbecue sauce, because a lot of people love to have the Bengal barbecue. Okay. We're going to do very Disneyland classic centric recipes that are only for Disneyland.
Yeah, for obviously those in Florida, the ones that go to Florida for Magic Kingdom things. Bengal Barbecue is a little quick service restaurant in Adventureland. They serve skewers of meat and vegetables, and they will put different sauces on. And Doug's got recipes that he's been able to find of recipes from there. So
the Bengal Barbecue
we'll be putting those together so you can enjoy a little dining experience of Adventureland.
The Monte Cristo is from the Blue Bayou, is very Disneyland. The coconut macaroons. It's Matterhorn macaroons. That's the shape of a Matterhorn.
Okay, Zippity Doodad says that he wasn't here the whole time. Game of Thrones and guests had his attention. No problem.
Yeah, it's a Games of Thrones. That's why we're probably not going to get that many people tonight. It's Games of Thrones night.
Yeah, it is Game of Thrones night.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Who's all hungover? Who had their margarita? We didn't drink at all today.
No, did not have a drink tonight. But so anyway, yeah, we're the video series that we are going to do is hopefully going to be Eat Like Walt. So I'm hoping people would like that.
So yeah, we're just
putting. Donna Jaworski wants us to make beignets.
Beignets? Okay.
We'll put that on the list of videos to make for beignets. Yeah, the Mickey beignets in New Orleans Square are amazing.
And they're doing a lot of during the seasons. They do peppermint beignets, pumpkin spice beignets, and beignet this and beignet that. Like they do churros, and churros are huge in California, especially
all the different flavors. They do limited time flavors.
They had a tour. Was it late last year or this year, early this year, where they had a map. Instead of like collecting pins, you go out and eat all these different types of churros. Churros are huge here in California. Huge.
Okay, Pirate Princess Red has made the potato soup from the Grand Californian. That soup is delicious. We love that one.
The corn chowder from Storytellers, got the recipe. It's amazing.
That's a great recipe too.
Yeah.
Great soup.
The Storytellers has a lot of amazing stuff.
Oh, Cargo has had the coconut honey, garlic beef, and rice. Okay.
Wonderful.
That sounds great. Okay. Well, we've been on since 7, and
It's 8
here it is now
o'clock.
8 o'clock here on the West Coast. So it's probably about time to wrap this up. And again, when you're leaving the chat tonight, and if you haven't, please make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we'd really appreciate that as well, so you can see the other videos we have coming up. And if you haven't, please ring that bell so you know when we're going live or when we've posted a new video.
Yeah,
and also
always
for everyone else that's out there, do that for the other channels as well. Everyone needs everyone's support. It's a great community. It really is.
So Keith is saying goodnight.
Yeah, Keith says goodnight.
Kenny. Bye. Keith is saying goodbye.
But we just wanted to take this opportunity to answer some questions, and I'll put it out there on Twitter too, so that we can have another Q&A session in case anyone wants to know anything about us.
We're gonna go back through this because it's really hard to.
Yeah, I'll go back through the live chat and make sure that we catch everything. And if there's anything that's there that we missed, we'll answer those questions on the next surprise Q&A.
Yeah.
So whenever we do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Cargo,
all of our
my
favorite
fave tree. Yeah.
Yep. So again, thank you all for your support and liking us and following us and finding us fascinating. It does give us the boost of energy that we all need. And it is a small community, and Walt Disney, it's a small world.
Oh, someone's asking, are we going to do this weekly?
We're going to try.
We're working on doing this weekly. We do a weekly show Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We have not decided on the topic for this week's chat, but we will do that. Ben was over here yesterday, and Doug, Ben, and I sat down and we brainstormed, and we actually have topics for at least the next 6 to 7 months for our weekly stream. So we've got that covered. But we're always looking for input. So if you ever want to know anything, or if you want us to cover a question, or
because we've either eaten it, experienced it, done something, it's from Northern California. Even if you have San Francisco questions, we actually
Zach, thank you so much. Glad you enjoyed it. And let's see, RVing to Disney says, love the surprise live. Yeah, actually we did too. It's fun. It's just fun to surprise people.
We talk at dinner, we try to entertain ourselves, and it's like, does people want to know? We thought, why not? Okay. Again, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, and let's see, which tagline should we use tonight?
Oh, it's life is too short to eat bad food.
Yeah, we'll say that life is too short to eat bad food. So everyone, go out and have a magical week. We'll see you online. Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.